Heartbroken parents in California protesting Snapchat over the role they feel the tech giant played in the fentanyl death of their children. They all share a similar story. Devastating story. Their kids use social media apps to buy prescription pills like Oxycontin, unknowingly receiving drugs laced with fentanyl that ultimately killed them. Joining us now, three of those parents and organizers with the Victims of Illicit Drug Organization, Jaime Peruta, Amy Neville, and Matt Capilouto. Thank you guys so much for being on the program. I'm going to start with you, Amy. Can you tell us a little bit about your child?
Alexander was 14 years old, had this bright idea that he wanted to try Oxycontin, and he reached out to a drug dealer through Snapchat who sold him what he believed to be a legitimate prescription pill, and it turned out to be illicit fentanyl, enough fentanyl to kill 4 people in that one pill.
We're so sorry for your loss. Matt, you have a similar story. When did you first notice that this was happening on Snapchat?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't notice until it was too late. My daughter was on home from college break. She was a student at Arizona State University. And before going to bed, unbeknownst to us, she had reached out to a drug dealer on Snapchat in search of oxycodone. He delivered it to our house, again, unbeknownst to us. And my wife found my daughter dead in her bed the next morning.
Jamie, it's such a heartbreaking story, all these stories. Part of what people don't realize is that these aren't just drugs. It is the fentanyl that laces these drugs. Obviously, the drugs are already dangerous, but they're being laced.
Well, they're not being laced. Basically, what they are is what we call fentanyls, and they are being produced south of the border by criminal organizations. And what they do is they make them look exactly like a pharmaceutical grade oxycodone or Percocet or Xanax, and when in reality is a counterfeit opioid, again, pressed south of the border, sold through Snapchat to unsuspecting children who think they're buying a pharmaceutical grade pill, and what they're receiving is a counterfeit pill. 1/3 of all the pills that have been interdicted here by the DEA are lethal, and that's exactly what took my son's life as well.
So, Jamie, just to follow up, you're saying that these aren't even the lace pills. These are the pills that they have an evil intent to begin with. They know these are fake pills.
They know they are fake pills. You have to understand that fentanyl changes everything. It is very, very addicting. It's 50 times stronger than heroin, 100 times stronger than morphine. And that's why they do it, is they want to make sure that whoever takes it is addicted to it. Unfortunately, these children made the bad decision of wanting to, many of them are curious. They're teenagers. They don't make the brightest decisions. I certainly don't condone my son wanting to try drugs, but unfortunately, he reached out to a drug dealer on Snapchat. It was delivered to 1 block from our home on March 31st, and on April 1st, I walked into his room and I saw what no parent should ever have to see, and that was my dead son.
Yeah, it's obviously an addiction, a mental health crisis too, with these drugs. I want to read this statement from Snapchat. This is what they said. At Snap, we strictly prohibit drug-related activities on our platform, aggressively enforce against these violations, and support law enforcement in their investigations. Still, you guys are calling on them to do more, to coordinate more, and do the right thing on this. Hey, May, Amy, and Matt, thank you so much for being on the program, and we're so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.